What's going on, everybody? It is a nice Wednesday today. Yesterday was Tuesday. We went 5 for 7 calling the games. The Thunder dropped the ball on us. Utah ended up getting it done at home. And the Minnesota Timberwolves, a.k.a. the House of Disappointments, team that I've been telling you guys all season is so overrated, and they're going to finally start getting exposed. They got exposed last night, blew a 20-something point lead, and let the Chicago Bulls come back and beat them in overtime. Other than that, called every other game. I did say in the video Heat money line, but if you guys wanted to take the points with Magic, take the points with the Magic. The Magic did not cover, but if you did take the Heat money line, you did cash in on that. So we did go 5 for 7 calling the games yesterday. I forgot to post the stats up the other day, but we are 36 days into the show, and I'd just like to say thank you all for watching. Thank you for following. Thank you for staying tuned in. But over the first 30 days, I went 162 for 222 calling the games. I called 162 games out of 222 games over the first 30 days of this show, bringing it at a 73% rate, man. It's kind of impressive. I impressed myself. So a little pat on my back because I've been putting in some work for you guys, calling these games, killing these slates. We are 36 days in. Today's 37. But over the last 6 days, combining all 36 days together, we went 182 games called out of 241, bringing us to a 75.52% rate calling all of the games. So there's only like a 25% chance that I'm not going to sweep the slate. So with that being said, we did change the channel name to Slate Sweeper, because I was still trying to figure it out. This is all new, so I was trying to figure out a name and stuff, but I do like the Slate Sweeper. So follow us on YouTube at Slate Sweeper. Speaking of Slate Sweeper, over the first 30 days, I had 6 sweeps in 30 days. Over the last 6 days, I've had 2 sweeps. Over the first 36 days, there have been 8 sweeps in total. But again, thank you all for staying with me, rocking with me. Some of you guys subscribed yesterday. Some of you guys have been subscribing. Thank you for believing in me. We have daily subscriptions, monthly subscriptions, weekly subscriptions. You let me know what you want to do, and I load you guys up with daily picks. But without further ado, let's get right into today's NBA action. We have 7 games today, and starting the night off, first game of the evening, it is the Cleveland Cavaliers playing in Washington against the Wizards. We've seen these two teams play twice already, both times in Cleveland. The first time, Cleveland wins by 39. Second time, Cleveland wins by 24. The last 2 games will be in Washington. Tonight, they play in Washington. Cleveland laying 11.5 on the road. Cleveland is low-key the hottest team in the league right now. They're 14-1 over the last 15 games. They are the hottest team in the league currently right now, Cleveland. Cleveland wins this game. They should cover the 11.5, but I'm not probably going to lay it because I think everyone's going to be thinking that, hey, they blew them out by 40 the first time. They beat them by 24 the second time. They're going to blow them out again tonight. But now they got to play in Washington, and I think Washington's probably tired of getting 40-pieced. So maybe that Washington comes out and puts up a fight tonight. So you guys know how I feel about double-digit spreads. I'm not laying 11.5 on the road. Cleveland does win this game, though. So if you're thinking about just juicing up a parlay, run with the Cleveland money line, or tease the points down, maybe minus 7.5, take like 3 or 4 points off of the spread, and Cleveland should get that done. Or buy extra points with the Washington Wizards, but there is a gamble that they can still probably get rolled out of the gym tonight. So give me the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. Next game up, it's the Toronto Raptors playing in Charlotte. Toronto laying 7.5 on the road. Toronto has not looked good lately. They're on a significant road stance. This is going to be their 6th straight road game in a row. Not a good spot for them. RJ Barrett is back tonight, though. These 2 teams already met twice this season as well. They played the first time in Charlotte. Charlotte beat them by 3. Second time they played in Toronto, Toronto beat them by 15. Now they're playing in Charlotte again for Game 3. And just because it's such a long road stance for these guys, and they're really not a good road team, I believe Toronto against the spread, they're a 50-50 team. They're 13-1 against the spread. They didn't cover in their last game. They got their doors blown off by the Pelicans. Now they got to come see Charlotte. And Charlotte, I know they're terrible, but they just they just put up a fight against the Lakers with LeBron and AD on the floor. They lost, but they put up a fight. Like, the Lakers didn't blow them out of the gym. Lakers didn't even cover the spread. So I'm thinking Charlotte with the points, man. I think Toronto should win this game. But there's a possibility that Charlotte could win this game. So I'm going to take Charlotte with the points, and I'll probably buy a few more points. It's at 7.5 right now. I'll probably buy 3 more points, take Charlotte plus 10.5. Maybe 11.5. Still get them at good odds, like minus 190. So that's what I got for that game. Give me the Raptors money line or Charlotte plus the 7.5. Buy a few more points, plus 9.5, plus 10.5, plus 11.5 for Charlotte. Don't love this game at all. Probably not going to make it into my final play tonight, but if you guys need a lean, that is where I lean on that game. Next game up, it's the Atlanta Hawks playing in Boston against the Celtics. Atlanta, man, they've been playing really good. They're coming off of their road stints. They were at home for like 5 straight games, and now they get to go to Boston. It's going to be tough. Atlanta, over their last 5, they were home. They went 4-1 over their last 5. They lost their last game to the Clippers, but they covered in that game. They beat the Golden State Warriors before that. They beat the Suns before that. They beat the Lakers before that. They beat Toronto before that. They're 4-1 over their last 5. Atlanta's starting to get it together. Beginning of the season, first half of the season, we were fading Atlanta every single game. They were the worst cover team in the league in NBA history to start the season. Now they're starting to get it together a little bit. They're playing better. 12.5 is the line right now. Boston laying 12.5 at home. Boston should cover. They have a lot more. They've got I think they got too much for Atlanta. But you know how I feel about these double-digit spreads. Once again, 12.5 is a lot to lay. Should Boston cover it? Yes. But the way Atlanta's been playing lately, I see a spot where Atlanta could cover the 12.5. I think Boston wins. I don't think they blow them out of the gym tonight. Is there a possibility for that? Yes. But I'm going to probably take the Boston Celtics, tease the points down, maybe 7.5, minus 8.5, something like that. I think Boston wins this game. They could roll them out of the gym. I don't think Atlanta wins this game. So, yeah, that's what I got for that. Give me the Boston Celtics tonight. Next game up, it's the Golden State Warriors playing in Philly against the 76ers. We saw these two teams play already not too long ago, maybe about a week or two ago in Golden State. And Golden State did win the game, but not by much. If I'm not mistaken, they won. Okay, they won by 12. Embiid played that game. Maxey didn't. Embiid didn't look that great that day. I think that was one of his last games before he went out. This was just a week ago exactly, actually, yeah. Playing in Philly tonight, at first I was going to go with the Philadelphia 76ers plus the 5.5 as a revenge bounce-back game at home. But Tyrese Maxey didn't shoot around this morning, it's saying. He wasn't at morning shoot-around with the team, so that's not a good sign. Still no Joel Embiid, we know that. And no Batum tonight as well. On the Golden State side of things, Chris Paul is still out. Draymond Green, game time decision. Andrew Wiggins, game time decision. Don't love this game. Lean towards the Warriors money line. Maybe Philly with the points, buying extra points. I still think that they could probably cover a few decent points if Maxey plays. If Maxey doesn't play, it's the Warriors money line. So we got to monitor this game as it gets closer to game time. But as of right now, if Maxey is not playing, no Embiid, no, that means there's no 76ers. So I'm going to go with the Golden State Warriors as of right now. Small lean, probably doesn't make it into my final play, but that's what I have for that game. Next game up, it's the San Antonio Spurs playing in Miami against the Heat. Miami on the back end of a back-to-back tonight. But it's the San Antonio Spurs. I like what I saw from the Heat last night. They look good. I was like nervous because like the Heat haven't been playing so good. They played against the Magic, who usually plays them well. And I was like, Heat money line, but Magic will probably cover. Heat will win the game. And they blew the doors off the Magic last night. I was impressed. So I think that's a little bit of a spark for them. They're starting to catch things. They're starting to get the ball rolling over there with Terry Rozier in the lineup. Tyler Hero is back and healthy. And the Heat are still good. I've been telling you guys that all season. The Heat are good. They are not to be slept on. San Antonio now coming to Miami. These two teams already met once this season. They played in San Antonio, and Miami beats them by 5 in San Antonio. Not overthinking it. It's my Heat tonight. Heat money line in Miami. Not going to lay the points with Miami because I think there's a possibility that the Spurs could keep the game close just because they have that guy Wembanyama, and there is a size difference between them and the Miami Heat. We are undersized. But nonetheless, Miami get the win tonight. Miami money line, maybe tease the points down. If you got the balls to lay the 7.5, then lay the 7.5. Either way, it's the Heat tonight. Next game up, it's the Detroit Pistons playing in Sacramento against the Kings. We saw this game earlier this season. They played in Detroit, and the Kings rolled them out of the gym by 21. The Kings played their last 5 games on the road. They're ready to go back home. They played on the road last 5. They went 3-2. They got rolled out of the gym their last game in Cleveland. Cleveland beat them by 26. It's a bounce-back game tonight at home for the Kings. Not even going to think about it too much. It's the Detroit Pistons. You already know. Again, though, this is a huge number, 13.5 to lay at home. They should roll these boys out of the gym. They should cover the 13.5. But again, you know how I feel about these big numbers. I am going to take the Kings to win the game, but I'm going to tease them points down a little bit, maybe 9.5. But either way, the Kings win this game tonight. They are a lock tonight. The Kings win at home, bounce back game at home. I just don't know by how much they're going to win by. Like I said, they could cover the 13.5. I don't have the nuts to lay the 13.5. Maybe I tease it down a few points. But that's what I have for that game. It's the Kings tonight. And for the last game of the night, it is the New Orleans Pelicans playing the Los Angeles Clippers in LA. These two teams have already met twice this season, and the Pelicans won the first game in LA. Clippers won the second game in New Orleans. Game 3 is in LA tonight. The Clippers just coming off of a nice little road trip. They played their last 6 on the road. And they're rolling, man. They're hot right now. They're like the hottest team right now. Them and the Cavaliers. I mean, they're the hottest in the West right now. Cavs are the hottest in the East right now. Clippers are rolling. I hate to say it, man. I don't like the Clippers, but they are rolling. Kawhi is hooping. But you know how I am. I'm taking the Pelicans plus the 7.5 tonight. New Orleans is a good road team. They do cover spreads on the road. I do think that they can keep this game close tonight. I think the Clippers end up winning this game. Clippers money line. Clippers do win the game. But there is a chance that New Orleans keeps this close, possibly even wins the game. So I'm going to roll with the Pelicans plus the 7.5. And you know how I am. I might buy 2 or 3 points, maybe Pelicans plus 9.5 or plus 10.5. But I do think that the Pelicans keep this game competitive. We've seen over the last few games that the Clippers have played, they're winning their basketball games, but they're not covering. So they're going to come back home tonight like, yeah, we're finally back home. We just played 6 on the road. They're going to think shit's sweet at home. Think they're going to just roll the Pelicans out the gym, but they're not. Both of these games that they played against each other have been competitive, and I expect the same thing from this one. Zion Williamson is game time decision, but whether he plays or he doesn't play, I still like the Pelicans to cover. No injuries for the Clippers, so Clippers should win the game. Pelicans keep it close, possibly even win. So we're going to go with the Pelicans plus the points, maybe a few more. But that's what I have for that game. That's what I got for you guys today. Make sure you guys all like, comment, subscribe. Purchase the premium parlay of the day. Get a subscription, a daily subscription, a weekly subscription, a monthly subscription, whatever it is. $10 a day, $50 a week, $100 a month. If you get a daily subscription for today and the parlay doesn't hit today, you get tomorrow's parlay for free. Same thing for the week. If you purchase a weekly subscription and nothing hits this week, you get the entire next week for free. And same goes for the month. But I can tell you now that hasn't happened yet. So, yeah, get with me. Sign up and let's win some money tonight. Tell me, follow on YouTube at Slate Sweeper. That is me. I am the Slate Sweeper, and I'm looking to continue sweeping slates every single day. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and let's make some money tonight.